everyone, I'm Lorraine Hawley, middle grade author of Curious World of Dandelion, starring Meredith, a remarkable, sensitive girl trying to make friends in an impossible fifth grade world, filled with fantastical creatures only she can see. I'm going to read the first chapter, but before I do, I want to share with you the illustrations done by Jossie Salveson. She's so talented, and she did a great job with this cover. And we are going to start on the first chapter called Jinx. Tiny beetle feet scamper across my bedroom desk and tickle my arm. Ksh, ksh, Floss hisses. His shiny black armor twitches and two beady eyes stare at me. Not today, Floss. You can't be here. This day is too important. I wrap my arms around my journal to block his view. Attention steady on the checklist, I hover the pen over first box. Ignore Floss. Floss scuttles over and nudges my hand with his swirly curled nose horn. Bump. My pen strays. He wobbles back, then lumbers forward. This time, his pointed head horn aims my way. Bump. Ksh. I suppress a laugh and put down the pen. It's not Floss's fault he doesn't know the stakes today. I have to make a friend who will help me. I've tried everything else. I can't break the jinx on Mr. Dahlia by myself. Meredith, you better hurry or you'll be late, Mom shouts from downstairs. And don't forget to brush your hair. I slam the journal shut and turn to Floss. Fine, you can stay, but no matter what, don't show up at school. Got it? I tip my pinky to him. Floss rubs his beetle wings in a refusal to promise. Be right there. I tromp across the wood floor to get my hairbrush. The attic overhead groans, cracking its old bones. Graham swears our house has arthritis. A quick brush to get the knots out changes nothing. My hair's whitish blonde and cotton ball wispy. Most of the time it looks like I stuck my finger in an electric socket. Time's up. I tuck the journal in my backpack and toss the bag over my shoulder, taking 2 stairs at a time. Mom rushes from the kitchen to meet me at the stair landing. Don't forget your lunch. She shoves a brown paper bag into my hands. Did you pack ketchup? Yes, 4 packets. Fine, thanks, I say, but it's not. I carefully slide the bag into the outside backpack pocket. Honey, are you sure you don't want me to walk you to the bus stop? Mom, I'm in 5th grade now. I bolt the front door before she insists. When I hit the porch, I pull my shoulders back and hike up my backpack, taking a deep sniff to test the air. Damp cement, covered in rotten leaves with a hint of fresh corn. Today smells like a good day to find a friend. The bus driver yanks the lever and the door slides open. All aboard, Mr. Jennings hollers. Relief washes over me. I know Mr. Jennings. He drove the bus for 4th grade too. I climb the steps and slide to the window seat near the front, leaving room on the bench seat behind me. Kids scramble in past and pile into the back. The bus pulls away and we pass the Dahlia's house. The jinx. It's pin drop quiet. All eyes forward for 1, 2, 3 seconds. No one makes a peep. It's not worth the risk. Finally, we're on the other side. Everyone talks at once. I glance back at the Dahlia's house and whisper, I'm trying, promise. Mr. Dahlia's wife used to live there with him. Now he stays there alone. I miss helping him in his garden, and I know I should visit, but I can't. Nope, not until I break the jinx that keeps him trapped in the house. Conversation ripples, and all I can hear is buzzing as if a swarm of flies climbed in my ears. Except the flies are underwater and drowning. The noises are too much, so I cover my ears and hum quietly to myself. In Mr. Jennings' rearview mirror, I spot a beetle racing seat to seat, checking over the kids. Oh, Floss. I almost missed him. Real kid smells mask his sugary scent. For some reason, all fancies, that's what I named them because they're shinier than us, smell like they live in an amusement park surrounded by candied apples, deep-fried donuts, and hot chocolate. I ignore Floss. I don't need any kids making fun of me, but pretending someone's not there when they are, well, it's hard. Floss isn't the first someone I've tried to forget. There was another fancy, Juniper, a talking late boy ladybug, then a rainbow-feathered bird named, see, I can't remember. Doesn't matter. Turns out I was the only one who could see them. I flopped back in my seat. Mom said I'd never make real friends if I kept ignoring kids my age to play with fancies. So I stopped paying them attention. Nothing's changed, though. Kids still ignore me. It's better anyway. Everything I like too much disappears. Except for Floss. That beetle's too stubborn to leave me alone. But I don't tell anyone he's around. No one understands anyway. I'm the only one who can see the other side of real. To distract my attention away from Floss, I count seat rows, 15 on each side. I recognize a few kids from last year. They high-five and huddle together, talking about their summers. It's okay. My new friend and I will high-five and catch up when we meet. I go over the next item on my checklist. Be friendlier. I glance at my shirt. Printed on the front is a backstroke swimming gopher and says, "Go for it." I wore it on purpose. Go for it. Go for it. I repeat, a little too loud. The next row back, some girl yells, "What?" Oh, she could be my new friend. I turn around to face her. It's my shirt. I'm telling myself. She glares at me and pivots sideways, whispering to the girl beside her. My face burns red hot and I slink down in the seat. I wish I never gave up turning invisible. At the next stop, I scoot closer to the window and chance eye contact with kids boarding the bus. Dr. Riker always says, making eye contact means you're open for conversation, which is helpful when trying to make friends. Personally, I think it makes you look like a stalker, like the one I watched on late night television before Dad changed the channel. But I force myself to stare at each kid who rushes past. Billy Simpson is the last one to push his way up the stairs right before the bus door closes. No way. I shove my backpack across the bench and shut my eyes tight. Part of me had hoped he'd moved away over the summer. Nope. I duck lower and cross my arms to hide the shirt. No way I'm gophering him. The plan is to find a real friend who won't rat me out, not the Billy type of friend. The feeling he's staring at me, it makes me peek to see what he's doing. He's standing in front of me, smirking at my backpack. Look who's here. Meredith. I thought they were sending you to a special school this year. My lips stay zipped. Well, everyone stares at me because of Billy's big loud voice. I pull my foot on the bench seat and double knot my shoe. It's best to ignore him. Mom says encouraging bullies makes them worse. Sit down, Mr. Simpson. Mr. Jennings scolds from the driver's seat. I'm going. Billy struts past me and high-fives kids like he's king of the bus. Floss jumps and perches on Billy's head. The beetle marches around his scalp, spurred feet, pulling short red hair and forcing strands to stick up like horns. Billy scratches his head, but Floss avoids his fingers. I'm the only one who can see Floss. My lip twists. Quick, I cover my mouth and count road bumps until we pull up at school. Across the schoolyard is a 3-story, red brick building. Students are everywhere. My body tightens. Floss leaps on the bench seat beside me and wiggles his antenna. Shh. Fine, I'll go, but you stay here, I whisper and waggle my finger at him. Grabbing my stuff, I jump off the bus and find an empty spot by the oak tree. I take out the school map and pretend I'm reading, even though I already know the school's layout. Elmore has 42 rooms, including a gym, a computer lab, and a cafeteria. I peek over the map's edge. Most kids gather in different circles. A few I know, like Isabel Herrera. She has a blue headband tucked in her brown curly hair. Alexa Keogh is standing beside her, wearing a matching headband in her yellow blonde hair. They match a lot, except that Isabel's nice and Alexa is not. Last year, when a fire truck drove past our school with sirens blaring, I couldn't help but hide under the desk and cover my ears. Alexa laughed and called me a mutt, saying only dogs hide from sirens. When I told Graham, she says, "You're a dandelion in a field of clovers. You just be you and don't pay attention to those mean kids." That's the truth. I need a friend like Isabel. She was my almost best friend back in 2nd grade. She even invited me to her birthday party. At first, Mom got excited, but I didn't go. Everyone else's envelope had stickers inside, and Isabel signed the I in her name with a red glitter heart. When I asked my mom why mine was written in neat cursive, without stickers or hearts, she sighed and said it was best I didn't go. The warning bell rings. I slam my palms over my ears, counting 3 short blasts. School starts in 5 minutes. I drop the map in the backpack and reach for the journal, sliding my finger down the bookmark to open the first page. Slipping the pen from the spiral holder, I check off number 5, learn from watching others. Dr. Riker helped me come up with that idea. When I'm done, I tuck it into my backpack. Ouch! A sharp poke jabs my finger. A wood sliver sticks from my skin. I pinched a splinter out with my fingernails and pressed hard to stop the pinprick of blood. Once it stops, I shuffle through the pack until I find the culprit. My hand clenches the popsicle stick frame, and I pull it out, keeping the picture face down and hugging it to my chest. Finding courage, I tip the photo. There, glued to the cardboard, is a picture of me standing between Mr. and Mrs. Daly holding up a prize-winning zucchini at the Indiana State Fair. My grin was so big, my cheeks looked chubby. That was the day I met the Dalys. I was 5 years old. I pressed my hand to the photo and squeezed my eyes tight. You can do this. I concentrate on all 26 ideas from my Make a Friend checklist. I must be brave to help Mr. Daly. If I stick to my plan and hide my fancies, someone will help me break the chinks and save him. I just know it. Thank you for joining Meredith and me today on our first chapter's adventures.